Alright, and with that, we're finally here. Let me change the game screen. Yay, actually remembered. Okay, alright, so, who wants to do the recap?
That's in trouble.
Big
Seth is
trouble.
in trouble. big trouble, yes.
And make it double? Question mark?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Axel is not on the boat. Can't be double.
Oh, fair enough.
Could be double if Spyra also traded with Ava. Just both of us get our ass kicked by Eleanor.
Oh my goodness.
I think Spyra would be more likely to throw her overboard, to be honest. I'm surprised with her tameness, considering she's normally hot-headed.
We're also on a boat in open water, fighting with somebody, or if we confronted somebody who presumably has a lot of money and power, not ideal.
That's true. Very, very true. But, yeah, who wants to give the recap instead of just these little tidbits?
We made friends with the person that had the sketchy houndoom, and I've already forgotten her name, but that's not surprising because I was avoiding her.
Alice.
Her name was Alice.
Alice. We made friends with Alice, and we got our tickets for the ferry, so we're on the ferry chilling. And then, oh, Ava's here. What the fuck? And so we spent most of the time avoiding her. Except for Seth, who actively seeked her out and got a shadow Pokemon from her and thought he was being smart, but apparently not, because now Eleanor is very pissed off at him. I feel like we did way more than that, but brain.
You had a battle alongside Alice, but other than that, yeah, you kind of just explored the boat a little bit. Kind of heard some conversations and whatnot, but other than that, yeah, it was. We only streamed for a little over 2 hours, I think. So
Yeah, we cut it short.
yeah, just like we're. Probably, well, it depends. Got about 3 hours, so we'll see where we get, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, where we properly left off was, I think, obviously, the trading of Pokemon happened during the evening after dinner, and so it's certainly a bedtime has come and gone. And for the most part, you can go ahead and do 2 days worth of experience training, because nothing really happens all that much, other than just kind of seeing Ava pop up from time to time, just around. You've not really doing all that much, really. Yes, there's the auto training. Very, very useful. Which weirdly, oh well, I guess it's supposed to only show me, because I was like, hey, it didn't show up on chat, but yeah, it's on my GM screen. So it's probably about, say, midday. You are a third of the way to your destination. And, I'm just gonna ask, what do you, obviously, I assume you're not typically just staying in your room, so what would you like to do today?
Well, in the morning, Spyra is grooming her Pokemon, a la experience training, and then we'll eat whatever is being served on the boat. And then probably spend all of her time either on one of the main decks, letting her Pokemon fly around, or she is studying her Pokedex, looking at the all of the information on the Pokemon, on all the new Pokemon that she's found. And other than that, I mean, she probably has a little exercise routine that she'll do to keep herself, keep herself on point.
That's fair. What about you, Eleanor?
I'd probably be up on one of the, after, eating and stuff, I'd be up on one of the decks, just looking out over the ocean with Charles.
Okay, sure. And so obviously kind of like looking out onto the open water, you see, circling Wingles and Pelipers, and the water is still teeming with various water types such as Tentacool, Tentacruel. See some Sea Kings, and you see some breaching Gyarados as well. Seth, what about you? Are you just moping about?
Not entirely. I mean, he is definitely avoiding Eleanor right now. So, like, he's probably, like, trying to be a night owl so that he can, like, pop into sleep after her and Spyra go. But probably falling asleep on that lounge room couch he has found. And whenever Spyra and Eleanor aren't in the room, he's, like, he's mostly sticking in there, but is like trying to work with the Shinotic he got to kind of see what's up with it, because it seems chill, but Eleanor and like other freaking observations have proven that they're dangerous.
Yeah, the Shinotic, anytime it's out of its ball, it just kind of absently stares off into the distance. Even if you kind of get right in its face, it's almost as if you're not even there. It's just you can almost hear the wind going in one ear hole out the other, almost as if just a husk.
Time to be sad.
Hollowed mushroom. Sure. And obviously that's kind of how the days have really gone on this boat. It's, I mean, obviously most trainers are off kind of, trying to show each other up. You've heard whisperings of a battle deck. But anytime you've gone to look at it, it's either in use or closed off for cleaning or repairs, because obviously you can, as much as much as you can harden a room, it doesn't stop some pretty strong Pokemon from causing some proper
Blood.
damage. What was that?
Blood.
Blood.
Seismic toss.
Yeah. And well, if everyone is just kind of sticking to their own, everyone give me a D100 roll, please. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, with that, as of today, Spyra, after a little while of being probably up on one of the top observation decks, you kind of feel as if someone is watching you. And if you turn to look, you will see that Ava is probably 35 feet away from you. And while she's not looking at you, her Kadabra appears to be observing you and your Pokemon.
Oh, she has a Kadabra now. Nice.
Yes. No,
Even
right?
more.
They level up.
It's almost like she's also training her Pokemon. Who would have thunk it? I think on this particular day, Spyro was letting Valor and Radiance stretch their wings while she groomed her Lopunny. So she's up there just like having a grand old time, and she she notices the Kadabra and then Ava, and I'm not really sure how she would react, to be honest, especially since the trainer is not looking at her.
Yeah, Ava herself is like kind of like staring off into the water.
Okay. So Valor definitely recognizes her, so she, or rather, he starts cawing very loudly whenever he notices her, and so that's what draws Spyra's attention to her, and she just kind of like looks at her and tries to like figure out what she might be doing.
Give me an insight roll. Is that one of the stats on here?
Intuition, but
Intuition,
yes,
yeah.
it's the same thing.
Same thing. God forbid we keep the same names kind of consistent. 5. Well, as far as Spyra is concerned, it looks like she might just be registering some of the water Pokemon into her Pokedex. Obviously, the Pokedex has some pretty serious range as long as it has line of sight, and you can isolate one of the Pokemon.
Fair enough.
Can scan them in.
Well, she will, Valor is actually posting up, like ready to fly over and start antagonizing. And so, she like calls him back, and not into a ball, but it's just like, like settle down, it's fine. We're not here to pick a fight. And so he'll just sit on her little bird perch on her shoulder that he's still much too big for, but still likes to use. It's like having one of those oh my gosh, what are they called? Golden eagles.
Oh, yeah.
massive birds just hanging out on your shoulder.
Right.
And it's just gonna glare at Ava. And the Blow Bunny is like hiding behind Spyra. Like, what's going on?
Enough. So after a moment, you see her kind of shift and place her Pokedex into one of her. She has like one of those like utility belts that some trainers use, and as opposed to a full backpack.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of shifts her weight onto one leg and looks to the left, and then kind of rolls her neck before looking in your direction. She just, you can, even though you're, kind of far away from her, you can clearly see in her eyes that she's, that she kind of like rolls them before taking a few steps away from you, but her Kadabra stays exactly where he is until she gets maybe 10 feet away from it, and she kind of like snaps her fingers, and he kind of snaps to attention and kind of waddles after her. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Yep.
And then he waddled away.
I don't really think Kadabras waddle away, but it's Pokemon are kind of strange.
Do they drink lemonade?
That's Swanna. Swanna drinks tea or lemonade, or Psyduck does, I guess.
They
I
like
don't.
grapes.
I don't have any grapes for him, unfortunately.
He waddles away. Waddle, waddle, waddle.
And that is why you will remain maidenless. No grapes.
No maidens?
Right, so how does Spyra react to such a thing?
To her just walking away?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
I that's what's happening, right? She came up
Yeah.
here to do something, and she did it, and she is just now walking away. Did you just to clarify? Did she roll her eyes at me? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Okay. So
Yeah, so she like rolled her, so she was looking away, and then does that exaggerated like neck roll to look at you, and then you could very clearly kind of see her roll her eyes, and probably her body movement or body language changes, and she just kind of like walks away.
Okay. Well, as she walks away, she just like Spyra just squints in her direction and goes, probably having to like yell over the wind. She just goes, "Is that it? You're just going to walk away?"
That definitely stops her in her tracks, and she kind of turns on her heels. She's probably now, because you haven't moved, correct?
No.
So she's probably a good 50 feet from you, but you hear her voice very clearly as if she's standing next to you. What do you wish for me to do? Do you truly want to battle on this deck? Please.
She continues to glare and just says, I do not, in fact, wish to battle you, if it is a coward that I will be battling. Go ahead. Walk away. I will not hold it against you.
And, for a moment, you don't hear a response back. But then after a moment, you hear her voice again, much louder, almost as if it's rattling around inside your head. And she goes, well, I believe the battle deck here it might be opening soon. I would enjoy a proper one-on-one battle with you. I won't interfere with your mind this time.
She just shrugs and goes, if it is all the same, you will still lose.
We will see about that. 1 hour. And you just kind of see her start walking off again as her kind of over-dramatic stage laugh kind of rattles around inside your head.
Good old anime villainous life.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Alright. So, is this a confirmation of a battle in an hour?
Yes.
Okay. Well, as much as I would like to say I have a battle deck prepared, I do not. So let me find an adequate location.
You could... Did you ever... Because I think for the beach badge, there was the possibility of it being on a ship. Did you have that ship prepared, perhaps?
So it's actually... I learned pretty quickly, it's very hard to make, like, ship stuff.
Make, like, boats.
Yeah, just because of it just takes a lot of work, and that's probably obviously why in the actual games most of the time you just see the interior rooms, other than like the SS Anne, I think, which had a deck, but I can't really just quickly pull that in. But what I can do is,
if it's a standard league battle arena, you could, I guess, just use the first gym battle arena
that is
layout.
true, I can. Let me unhide that and bring that in under the archive. Show in navigation. There we go. And let me clear this thing off. So actually, why don't you, while I set this up, why don't you kind of tell me what you intend to do with your, I guess, 1 hour of free time?
Well, I've already experience trained for the day. So probably flavor wise, she'll probably just actually get all of her items in order and make sure they're properly bandoliered. Since it's a standard battle, she has her 2 potions that she'll be bringing in, and yeah, I mean that's kind of it.
Okay. That's fair. And obviously, so I can just go ahead and say that the kind of when you're standing out, obviously there's kind of like a referee, and he kind of runs through the rules that it is a 3. You are allowed to call in 3 Pokemon. So who are we choosing?
You're doing Valor, Justice, and Radiance.
Valor, Justice, and Radiance. Of course. Valor, Justice, Radiance.
Am I supposed to be seeing this?
I can. I probably might as well. There we go.
I figured, yeah, we would.
Yeah. So of course, for those of you that missed it because you watched the YouTube stuff, this is where the first gym took place, which obviously was lost to the void. So it was a fire and grass gym. Rather interesting, to be honest. And then pull her in. There we go. Okay. All right. Would you have told the others what you were doing, or is this another kind of just off on your own kind of thing?
Well, I mean, she would have gone straight back to their quarter to get all of her stuff ready. So, assuming that they were there at that particular time, I think her getting all of her stuff ready, like she was going to go battle somebody, would have prompted questions, or perhaps not. But she wouldn't bust into the room and saying, like, I'm gonna go kick Ava's ass or anything.
Fair enough. Okay, speaking of that, can you two see what's going on, or do I need to drag your tokens in?
No, I can see.
it.
Okay, I was just making sure. Alright, well, then I guess we can, start this up, shall we? Ooh, well, let me unpause, obviously, and you may drag in your first Pokemon. Because obviously they're not going...
In at the same time?
Yes, they are not. It is a one-on-one with, you know, obviously you can switch your Pokemon as you wish, but, you know, it does chew up a turn without the juggler ability.
For sure.
Let me switch the music here. Alright, who are you sending in first?
Radiance.
Okay. Alright. With that, then I believe we can start the battle. So, of course, Radiance is up first.
Oh, okay.
What?
I said okay.
I don't know, just the way you said it sounded kind of like, oh, okay.
Let's see. Let me just remind myself what his fly speed is. It's under the capabilities tab. Okay. You can move 7. Okay.
It is,
And he's going to move. Let's see. He should be able to use a move after using his shift action to move.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Get a shift, regular action, and a swift action.
He's gonna move and use agility.
Alright, Spyra?
She is going to bind celerity.
Okay.
And my typeman skill is perception.
Right. Ava will do an order for not training. Ordered for focus training. Okay. And her Pokemon is going to move. And what is their movement speed?
How fast can the goth girl walk?
Surprisingly, decently far. Right, now do they have any ranged moves is the good question. Oh, yes, of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
I was gonna say,
Psychic types, yes.
is it running Psycho Cut? Like,
Use Psybeam for 30 damage.
Owie.
Alright, it is Radiance's turn.
Okay. Let's see. Radiance is going to Emperor. Wow,
Wow.
it's a hell of a miss.
Right. Spyra.
Spyra is going to give Radiance the focused order.
Okay. Ava will do nothing. The Goth Pokemon will step right up to Radiance and use Hidden Power Electric for 34 damage.
Damn.
And that would be it is a burst, but there are no other Pokemon around. What is Radiance doing?
Radiance is going to tackle.
Very nice. Very nice. Spyra.
Don't forget, also tackle pushes you too.
Yep, that is true. Alright, thank you.
Don't think there's anything else that she can do.
Right. Ava also has nothing she can do. So, Again, her Pokemon will... We'll actually just walk on back and use Feint Attack. Fantastic. Yep, and that move actually does not miss. So that is a Fainted Radiance.
It's a shame Feint Attack doesn't leave a Pokemon at 1 hit point.
Right?
Or no, that's False Swipe.
Yeah, that's False Swipe.
I'm thinking of the wrong move.
Alright, well, with Radiance out of combat, go ahead and roll in or throw in your next Pokemon.
Okay. I'm gonna send Justice out.
Sure. And as you were doing this, she will... Well, actually, she can't. Well, obviously it's kind of different between turns. So she kind of like pulls back her favorite goth Pokemon and instead throws out Lampent.
Lamp.
Lamp. There we go. Alright, then it is Justice's turn.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Wow. I'm gonna zoom out because he's a Lord boy who can move far.
He is a very Lord boy.
Okay, he's gonna charge straight down the middle. And make sure to target the lamp. Let's see. Got it.
Very nice. Right. And the lamp will, in return, use...
In
Flame
return,
Burst.
use return.
What was that?
In return, use return.
We'll use Flame Burst for 15 damage. And yeah, it doesn't do anything else. So with that, it is Spyra's turn.
Oh, okay. I was like, why did I take that much when it's actually only 5 HP? But I see. Anyway,
Wait, what do you mean 5 HP?
Flame Burst says any trainer or Pokemon cardinally adjacent to the target loses 5 HP, and then it rolled a damage base and everything. So I was like,
Oh, that's an extra kind of thing.
I see.
It's like an AoE burst afterwards.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, it is called Flame Burst after all.
Yeah.
She will give. Let's see. She will give Justice training, not training, in order. The focused order. And rebind her AP to give Celerity Justice.
Alright. The Ava will give Lampent Brutal Training. Brutal Ordered. And with that, it is Justice's turn.
Yeah. Let's see. This is cone. This is cone of 2. So I think that means I need to move. I think here. I think cone 2 will hit it here.
Yeah, because it's a little bit different from the way like D&D does their cones.
Mm-hmm. And he
The
will air
T.
cutter.
Alright, very nice. Let's see. Lampent will attempt to use Nightshade, which does hit. So, this is instantly lose 28 HP and not affected by resistances. Just a straight 28.
Yeah.
And with that, it is back to Spyra.
Are you telling me that because I have to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Do the math.
28. I can do that. There we go. It's Spyra's turn again.
Yes.
Let's see. Since orders fall off every turn, she's just gonna give him the focused order again.
Ava will do the same thing with brutal training, and it is back to Justice.
Okay. He's gonna air cutter. I'm so close to a crit. Damn.
So close. Right, and Lampent will use Flame Burst once more. Let's see. Yep. For 17 damage, and that is a fainted Justice.
Yikes.
Yikes. She not playing around. Right, and while you pull in your Pokemon, you will bring back out the Goth Pokemon. So let me bring them back into combat. Oh, you were supposed to be removed. Get out of here. Alright, Spyra, it is your turn.
Same old. She's gonna find celerity through Valor.
Alright, it is Valor's turn.
Let's see. He is going to stay where he is, and he is going to Hone Claws.
Okay. Ava will brutal train, or order brutal training on the Goth Pokemon. And with that, we'll take a couple of steps towards you. Or towards Valor. We'll use Typing. Lock on. For 25 points of damage. And we're back to Spyra.
She's going to Focused Order.
Okay. Alright, Valor.
let's see. He's going to fly right into melee and power trip.
Very nice. Does that have any effects to it?
It's just it has +2 damage base for every positive combat stage.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to trust that it's calculating that correctly.
Probably. Right. Ava's going to once again do brutal training, and will use hidden power electric. Ooh. For 45 points of damage. Right.
Ow.
Spyra.
Gonna re-up her effects.
Right. Valor. Ooh. Payback.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. And with that, the first of Ava's Pokemon goes down. Right, and with that, she'll kind of scoff and throw out her Kadabra. Right, and with that, Kadabra's a very fast buddy. What can Kadabra do? Fuck it. I'm gonna use Calm Mind. Alright, Spyra.
She's going to re-up her order.
Valor.
I could have him fly back and get potion, but there's no point in making this take longer than it has to. He's going to let's see. Power trip. Oh my goodness.
Apparently you were still targeting,
My apology.
Could be fine though.
It's 33 minus physical defense.
Oh, yeah, that actually does kind of fuck with things. I literally cannot. There you go.
You can't manually edit.
Huh?
Wait, really?
Yeah, I literally cannot, like, change it. I can obviously just change his HP, but yeah, I cannot just, like, auto-apply, which is kind of annoying.
Well, I'm targeting him now, so...
Well, yeah, but it's not gonna roll a crit again, so...
I know. Good.
Ava will... She will apply Brutal Training. With that... Kadabra will use... Psycho Cut. No, we won't. Spyra.
Re-up focus.
Valor.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm using, what do you call it, Power Trip, because of the extra damage base that it's getting.
Mm-hmm.
And it does, type, has slight type advantage. I think it's probably better just to use Pluck, though.
Very nice. Right. And Nabra is just going to side beam right in the face. For 43 damage, and that is Valor down.
Womp womp.
Womp womp, and that is a finished battle. And so she kind of walks her way across the battlefield after she recalls all of her Pokemon. And she just kind of sticks her hand out and she goes, well, at least you managed to take out one of my Pokemon.
Indeed. Climbing or moving a mountain requires one stone at a time.
Don't worry about any wagers or anything. I don't need your money.
I did not
so-
wager anything. And neither
Yeah.
did you.
No, but it is standard. But I have other things to do, so see you around. And she kind of like flips her hair. She kind of just brushes past you.
Well, she'll take her Pokemon to the healing center and go on about the rest of her day, I guess.